In this video, I'm going to be going over a lead strategy that generates my concrete business well over $500,000 every single year. And so I'm going to be telling you about what it is and how to do it. This strategy affects all phases of the sales process. It helps me get more visibility online, basically more people seeing me. It turns more of those people that see me into leads. And from those leads, it gets more of those to actually buy from me, increasing my sales percentage. Do you have any guesses on what that might be? It's reviews. And in this video, I'm going to be going over some stats and figures to show you how important those are inside your business. And then at the end of it, I'm going to be showing you the exact strategy that I use to get tons of reviews in my own concrete business and for clients' businesses of Contractor CEO. And if you don't know me, my name is Tyler Link. I own a $4 million concrete and landscape company, and I also do marketing for other contractors all over the United States, where we generate over $50 million of actual home construction projects for our clients here at Contractor CEO. All right, so let's start out with some stats and figures. So first, 93% of people say that when they're making a purchasing decision of any kind, they look at reviews first. And think about it, right? If we're in home renovation projects, which is going to be large dollar jobs, that's when people are going to want to look at reviews the most, because it's a big buying decision. They don't want to go into it blind, and they certainly don't want to go into it not knowing if they think that you and your company can do a good job. Also, almost 100% of the people who rank in the top 3 on Google Maps all have better and more reviews. So again, if you want to rank higher in Google Maps, they're not going to rank a business with 1 5-star review. That's just not possible, not unless you live in some like no-name area in Kansas where you have no competition. But for most markets that have a reasonable amount of people, the only way that you're actually going to rank in Google Maps is by having a lot of reviews and having them be good, because Google cares about sending customers to the best businesses, and that's Google's way of basically filtering out businesses that are good or not, is how many reviews that you have. So in short, reviews are probably the single-handed most important thing that you can do that is a free form of marketing for your business. But why does it matter so much? So I wanted to break that down, and I did a little bit of research. After reading a book called Influence by Dr. Robert Cialdini, one of the influence factors that he talks about that's one of the biggest things that us as humans have in our brains and what it's hardwired in us, like DNA-wise, is called social proof. In order to describe how social proof works, let's watch this really cool video real fast.
To answer that question, we set up a hidden camera experiment to see if this woman would stand up at the sound of this tone, simply because everyone else is. You might be thinking you'd never go along with this. Or would you?
So why does that happen? Because us as humans, we have a tendency and a desire to fit in with everyone else. And so basically what we see is if a lot of people are doing something, or if a lot of people say a product's good or a service is good, us in our brain, it kind of sends off a signal saying this business must be a good business that I want to check out. This can really even be applied to really cool marketing strategies. Like let's just say, for instance, that you're a forest manager and your job is to keep littering out of the forest. The cool thing is if you were to put up a sign that says our littering is going up by 5% a year, please don't be one of the people that litters. You'd think that that sign is actually well-intentioned, it's going to stop people from littering. But the crazy part is because people perceive that the amount of littering is going up over time, they're actually going to be more likely to litter. And why is that? Because they think, well, if other people are doing it, they're not going to feel as much guilt about them doing it themselves. So if you wanted to take that, use this concept to your advantage, what you'd actually want to say is, great job, 99.5% of you who come to this park don't litter at all. Thanks for keeping our park clean. What this is going to do is, again, it's going to show people that 99.5% of the people aren't littering. And so it's going to make you feel really, really bad about being part of the 0.5% of people who do litter. And so social proof is going to work in all facets of marketing. For instance, it's not just reviews, it's other forms of marketing. Like here, what we show on this screen is a sample landing page that Contractor CEO uses to get leads for our customers. You can see things that we display, like how many projects that we've done, how many years that we've been in business, percentage of customers that are satisfied. And we do all of this because we're reinforcing the same thing over and over and over again, which is, let us show other people that other people are using us, that we do great work, and that other people have made the decision to hire us. So if you hire us, you're not going to look crazy. It's literally as simple as that. So the main point of this video was just to show you the importance of reviews and social proof. And so I know a lot of us, we put it in the back burner, right? We're like, oh man, I'm busy, I don't have time. Or maybe you shoot off one little text asking for a review. And if you don't get it, you move on. But the purpose of this video was to show you how important reviews are in people making buying decisions and how you can influence people, get more visibility, get more leads, get more sales by having more reviews. So what can we actually do to generate more reviews? Number one is by far the most obvious thing is just to do better work. The crazy thing is people are only likely to leave reviews if they feel extremely happy with you and your service, or if they are extremely upset with you. And they're actually 80% more likely to leave a review of a negative experience than a positive one. So the thing is, if you are a type of business and you are just doing mediocre stuff, like you're gonna do an okay product, but there were sometimes you didn't call them back or you were a little bit late, the chances of that person that's gonna leave a review for you are very, very slim. In reality, if you want people to leave great reviews, then you have to provide exceptional service. Think of like a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. If they were to leave you a 7 or an 8 out of 10, they're probably not going to tell people about you and they're probably not going to leave a review. Here's a huge hack that I learned on how to get more reviews, even from the people that will leave you reviews, is by just asking more times. Here at Contractor CEO, we use a software. You don't have to use a software, but essentially what we do is I plug in the name, phone number, and email of my customer that I just finished a project for. What it'll essentially do is follow up 3 times, and that is the huge thing, is 3 times, basically asking for a review if they haven't done so already. And why this matters is, again, when we ask someone for a review, they say yes, but then they get busy and they forget about it. But here's the trick, is when you ask the second time, now all of a sudden that person is going to remember that they were supposed to do that, and they're going to feel bad that they didn't do it. And so they're going to be more likely to leave a review. And then the same concept applies for the third time. If you ask for the third time and they still haven't left a review, then they're going to feel really bad, and they're going to realize that if they want you to shut up and basically stop bugging them to leave a review, then they will. I know this sounds stupid. I didn't believe it at first until I had a software that was just doing it for me. But once I did, my number of reviews went up exponentially. Over the past 2 months, I've received over 20 5-star reviews, which for a concrete company, that's a lot, right? Because over the course of a year, I'm going to have hundreds of reviews just because I asked people multiple times. If you don't use the software for this, just do it manually. Just don't forget that you have to follow up with people. And if you ask once, they're probably not going to do it. And number 3, if you're really serious about this, then just ask in person. The time when someone is most likely to leave your review is literally right when the project is done. So if you are in some type of business where you do, for instance, like a project walkthrough at the very end, right when you're done with the project walkthrough, right when everything's looking the best, they're the most satisfied with you, that is the highest likelihood that you're going to be getting a review. Just give them an iPad right then and there. Say, thanks so much. If you wouldn't mind just taking 2 minutes, it really helps our family business out. If you just provide a review, it doesn't have to be a 5-star, but we really appreciate it. Just leave honest feedback on how we did. And again, thanks for your business, and literally hand them the iPad and let them do it right then and there. That way, you already know that you have their attention, they're in the moment, they're excited, they're not gonna leave you a 1-star review with you standing right there, at least highly doubt it. And that way you can get more reviews that way too. So that's all that I have for today's video. I hope that you guys thought that the stats and the figures were pretty cool, and I will see you guys in the next one.